Hey, what is going on, Libras? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do a general read. It's a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I laugh because I'm still not sure about this shirt. I seen it. I bought it online. It's Thug Life with the Golden Girls, which I thought was hilarious. But then I get it. It's like this satin material. Not sure if that's me or not, but anyway. I'm going to pull an oracle card. I didn't want to laugh and like not tell you why, because then that's just rude. But anyway, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you to start this out. Universe, give us a card for Libras. Give us a message for Libra. All right. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. All right. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Libras? All right. So the first thing that I'm seeing is I feel like there's a connection that you already have, and I feel like we're leading into the oracle card, and oddly enough, they've been really spot on. But what I see is I feel like there's some distance between you and your person. You know, there's some hot and cold energy. You know, I feel like with this person, your person, I feel like they're not quite being honest with you. I mean, I feel like there's some distance, you know, and I feel like because of this Five of Pentacles, you know, that Taurus energy, we have the Four of Swords as well. So I feel like this person is really overthinking something. I feel like they feel a separation between the two of you, and I feel like they're lacking confidence in your connection. And not in the connection they have with you, but the connection you have with them. You know, I feel like, and again, we're talking about overthinking, but I feel like this person feels like you've packed your bags, you just haven't told them yet. You know what I mean? It's that type of energy. Like they feel like you've already emotionally walked away, like you're done with them. You just haven't told them yet. So it's almost like they're mentally preparing themselves for the worst. You know, they're not seeing the potential here anymore. They're feeling like you've separated. Now, this may be someone you've already separated from, but I feel like even when you separate, sometimes when you break up with someone, you're not done. You know what I mean? There's still a chance. So for some of you, this may be someone you recently broke up with, or a relationship recently ended. For others, this may be a relationship you're still in, but this person feels like it's already at an end. You know, and I feel like they're very defensive about that. It's almost like they're preparing themselves for the loss. But they don't want it. They don't want to lose you. You know, this is not what this person wants at all. And I mean, I feel like there is hot and cold energy. And what I mean by that is I feel like there's moments when this person feels distant from you, but there's also moments when this person shows up. They put in the work. I mean, they're trying to salvage this because they don't want to lose you. You know, the cold that you feel with this person, you know, those moments when it feels like they're distant from you, it's their fear getting the best of them. You know, the Ten of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, I mean, what I see is this person wants this. You know, they want to give to this. This is someone that they want you to know you can rely on them, but also there's a part of them there's this internal struggle. They don't want to have this regret of being that person that holds on to something that doesn't want to be held on to. So they're very conflicted. They want to give to you. They want to know they're there for you, that they want to fix this. But there's also, like I said, with that Five of Swords, they don't want to have that regret of being that person that holds on to something that doesn't want to be held on to. I mean, fear. There's so much internal struggle going on with this person because these two cards couldn't be any more opposite. I mean, one is fantasizing and dreaming. One is late nights not being able to sleep and anxiety. And this is what this person is going through. I mean, they want this, but they're afraid that you don't. Like, I feel like everything's good, but I feel like they just feel like mentally that you're just on different wavelengths. Like you're not connecting that way anymore. And it feels like you've lost some sort of connection with this person. I mean, they want to be on the same page and they want this to work, but right now it's too easy. I mean, they're thinking about you all the time. They're thinking about you and only you, but they're not telling you that because, like I said, part of them is mentally preparing for the worst. Like they're prepping. You know, I feel like things have gotten very stagnant between the two of you. And they don't know which way to go. And I feel like their confidence in this connection is at a low. Their confidence that they're going to make it through this is at a low, that you're going to make it through it together. You know, I mean, we have the Moon card and we have the Three of Swords. The Moon card, you know, it's that Pisces energy. It's, you know, let their imagination get the best of them and they're afraid that they're going to get hurt. Like what I see with this person is they want to be with you. They want to move forward with you. They want to make this work. They want to be that person for you, you know, with that Emperor, that Aries energy. And we have the Hierophant, which is that Taurus energy. You know, they want to be with you and they want to make it, they want a strong and happy relationship with you. You know, they want to be committed in this connection and they want to be on the same page. They just don't feel like they are. Now, again, a lot of this is overthinking, so this is on them. And the fact that they're not telling you this, I feel like they're keeping it a secret from you with the Seven of Swords. I feel like they're, they're keeping it a secret from you. It's not like you can help. It's like if somebody has a problem with you, but they're not telling you, so you can't do anything about it, even if you wanted to. You know, they're not feeling the same nurturing energy from you. And that's one of the biggest things that I'm seeing here. They're not feeling the love and they're not feeling that nurturing energy. It's like they feel like you've given up. Now, like I said, I mean, a lot of this is overthinking, a lot of this is their own insecurities, but I feel like they're not putting it out there, so it's not like you could do anything about it if you wanted to. I just feel like this person just, like I said, it's like they think you have your bags packed and you're ready to go. And I feel like they're struggling to what to do with it. Like, do they fight for it? Do they try to save it? Or is that too little too late? They just feel stuck between a rock and a hard place. They don't know if they fight for it and you don't want it, then it just seems needy. So I feel like pride is getting a little bit in their way as well. But what I see is this person wants this. They want this. But like I said, their imagination is playing tricks on them. They think about you and only you. I mean, they want to make you happy. And I feel like this person truly loves you. I feel like their connection to you is real. I just feel like, I feel like this person, there's a lot of imbalance in this person. So I don't know if there's something else going on in this person's life that's got them feeling insecure more than usual, because I don't feel like this is necessarily them. Like, I'm feeling like this is a different energy, and I feel like a lot of this is going to come as a surprise to you, because this is not who they really are. So, I definitely feel like there's some distance. But what ultimate message here is that Aquarius energy is a star. It's about nurturing. If you want this, nurture it. If you want this, it can be salvaged. It can be repaired, and I feel like you can have something amazing with this person if you want it. Because what I do see is someone that genuinely loves you and is just kind of grasping at straws, but looking for any reason to just fight for this. Any reason to give everything they have to this, because they want that. They want to do that. I just feel like they're in this place. Sorry for the confusion, but it's very confusing. It's very back and forth. Like I said, there's a lot of internal struggle within this person. There's a lot of overthinking. There's a lot of letting your imagination get the best of you. But they're not sharing that with you. And it's almost like they're afraid that if you are on the verge of being done with them showing this type of weakness would just be the catalyst to, the kick in the ass you need to just, okay, this person is in a bad way. I'm just going to be out. I'm Gonzville. With this person, we have Libra, we have Aquarius, we have Leo, Aries, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. We have some Pisces. Some Scorpio. Sometimes your worst enemy is living right between your ears. Sometimes we overthink the shit out of things, and sometimes we make it worse. Because what happens is when you're with someone and you're going through something and you're not sharing that with them, most times in a real connection, they know you're not sharing something with them. And you not telling them just leads them to fabricate why you're not. They have to figure it out for themselves. And a lot of times we get it wrong. A lot of times we get it wrong. But that's why communication in relationships are so important. You know, if we have thorough and open communication, then we know what's going on. You know, if I'm having a bad day, maybe I'm feeling like my job, I hate it. You know, it's not going good. I want to get another job, but I have responsibilities to my partner to take care of the bills or whatever. And it's a masculine or toxic masculinity is a big part of that for men. You know, not being able to share that with their partner, or even worse, maybe you feel like there's downsizing at your work and you're going to be one of the people downsized and you don't tell your partner about it, and you put it off and you put it off to one day you're not going to work anymore. Then they find out. You know, and it's a breach of, you know, it's a breach of the contract that you share with that person that you want to be with. And I don't mean to put it in business terms of breach of contract, but you know, you're supposed to be open with your person. You know, and that's a big thing. You know, I told the story before. My brother, he his best friend lost his job, and I had an apartment at the time, and he used to show up at my apartment at 7:30 in the morning and hang out all day, and you know, he did his thing too. Like he came, but the funny thing is, he came in work clothes, and I couldn't figure it out. I was like, why do you keep coming to my house when you're supposed to be at work in your work clothes? But guys don't ask each other things sometimes. I don't know. We leave it up to the person. If you want to tell me, tell me. If you don't, whatever. So he'd show up at 7:30, and I'd be heading out to work, and I get home, and he was still there. And you know, I've known him my whole life, so I trust him. And anyway, this went on for like 2, 3 weeks. And one day he's like, "How come you haven't asked me why I show up at your house every day?" I'm like, "Because I figured if you wanted to tell me, you'd tell me." And he said, "Well, I got to tell somebody because it's eating at me." He said, "You know, I leave for work. I haven't told my wife that I got fired." Um, he said, "I've been kind of living off our savings. And, you know, I always handled them, like she's a stay-at-home mom, and I always handle the bills and stuff. So she really doesn't know what's going on there. But," he said, "I don't know what I'm going to do." He said, "You know, I come here and then I'll spend a few hours a day looking for a job, like going out, putting resumes out and stuff. And, you know, that's why I've been at your house, because she thinks I'm still going to work." And I'm like, "I don't know about you, man, but that sounds like a shitty thing to do." I'm like, "You got to be honest with her." He's like, "I'm afraid she's going to leave me." I'm like, "If she's only with you for the money, then she'll leave you. But then you'll know." You know, but he was like, "You know, I'm the man. I'm supposed to make the money, and I'm not making any money." He said, "I've been looking for a job, and I can't find nothing." And I said, "So what's your plan? You're just going to wait until you actually find a job to tell her that you haven't been working for the last 3 weeks?" He's like, "No, I'm hoping to find a job and my savings doesn't run out." And I was like, "I don't know, that's just toxic to me." I'm like, "She's your partner. Not only should she know, because, you know, she should know that you're getting into trouble. Like you might be in some financial trouble real soon. Not only should she know because of that, but also you should be honest with her. Like you come in here every day you do that is a lie." And I'm like, "What if she finds out on her own? And then she's got a question of where you been all day, every day?" People make me laugh sometimes with the things that they come up with. But, you know, like I said to him, I said, "If she's going to leave you because you're not making money, you know, or if she doesn't leave you because you're not making money, she's probably going to leave when she finds out you've been lying to her." But yeah, no, it's funny to me. And actually, my girlfriend at the time, she asked a few times, she's like, "Why is he keep coming here?" I'm like, "I don't know." She's like, "Why don't you ask him?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's not my business." Guys are weird that way. Anyway, that was so off the wall. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.